Hello everyone. My name is Kyoko. This channel introduces things you should know about Japan and Japanese people for those who are interested in Japanese culture and customs, and those who are thinking about traveling to Japan. I provide information unique to Japan, such as culture, food, art, lifestyle, and tourism. Following December, January is another busy month packed with events for Japanese people. January marks the start of a new year, a month filled with renewed energy and hope. I'd like to talk about some of the events that take place in January. Hatsumōde, in particular, is said to be the largest religious event in the world. Hatsumōde is a religious event unique to Japan that is not seen overseas, with approximate 100 million Japanese people visiting shrines and temples. In this article, I'll be talking about events and customs that take place in Japan in January in the first half, and then specifically about Hatsumōde in the second half. In Japan, only January 1st is a national holiday, but in many places, work is closed for at least the first 3 days of the new year, up until the third, making it a de facto holiday. The first sunrise of the year is said to bring good luck and prosperity, as it is said to appear together with Tashigami, who brings good fortune and a bountiful harvest for the year, so praying to it is considered to bring good fortune. Tashigami is a Japanese deity of the new year who brings good fortune to households. Tashigami arrives with the first sunrise of the year and visits homes looking for katamatsu, New Year's pine decorations. In addition to pines, other auspicious plants are also used in katamatsu. Pine is said to live for up to 1,000 years, and because it is an evergreen tree, it is considered a symbol of immortality and longevity. Bamboo, due to its fast growth and straight growth, it is a symbol of vitality. Furthermore, because it bends its trunk without breaking even in strong winds, it is also said to represent strong will. Plum blossoms bloom in early spring, when there are still few other flowers, and are therefore associated with wishes for career advancement and good fortune. Furthermore, the auspicious red and white colors of the flowers make them perfect for New Year's. Shimekazari, New Year's decoration, straw-woven shimenawa ropes hung at the entrance. As New Year approaches, people decorate their homes with shimekazari decorations at their entrances and on their household altars to mark their homes as sacred places worthy of welcoming the New Year's deity. Kagami mochi, New Year's rice cake decoration. An offering placed on a Shinto altar or alcove. It is also believed to be the home of the New Year's deity. Oshichi Ryuri originated as an offering to the New Year's deity at the end of the old year and the beginning of the new year. The dishes are essentially long-lasting and can be prepared by New Year's Eve and enjoyed through the first 3 days of the new year, allowing both the hearth god and those who normally cook to rest. Oshichi Ryuri is filled with auspicious dishes that symbolize the health and longevity of family members and the prosperity of descendants. Zoni is a traditional Japanese dish eaten on New Year's Day. It is made of mochi, rice cakes, and vegetables cooked in soup. Hatsuyum, first dream of the new year, refers to a dream seen on the night of January 1st, the first day of the new year. There is a custom of using the content of the Hatsuyum to predict the direction of the year. Dreams of Fuji is the best, a hawk is the second, and an eggplant is the third good omens of the year. The first 3 days of the new year are a time to celebrate the start of the year by visiting shrines and temples for the first time in the year, eating oshichi, and relaxing. It is said that what happens during the first 3 days of the year will affect the rest of the year, so there are some things you should not do. Things you shouldn't do. Cleaning. It is considered bad because it will drive away the good fortune that the New Year's deity has come to visit. Cooking. It is said that it is best not to use fire or water in order to allow the deity to rest. Using knives. Avoid using knives to avoid injury. Knives are also said to sever ties. Fighting. In addition to violence and arguments, slander and deception are also generally forbidden. Spending too much. In general, it is considered bad to not spend much money other than the offering at the shrine. Nengeijo are postcards sent as a greeting for the new year. It is customary for Japanese people to send New Year's cards. The Japanese send many nengeijo every year. There is no religious significance for nengeijo. Nengeijo are used to express gratitude or maintain friendships on this special occasion. A typical New Year's card contains pictures of the creature of the Chinese zodiac, a New Year's greeting and dated January 1st. If you post it by December 25th of the previous year, it will arrive on January 1st. It is considered good manners to send it so that it arrives by January 7th at the latest. Ekiden is a Japanese long-distance race in which runners pass a sash, tsuki, in relay fashion. The Hakone Ekiden is a round-trip race between Tokyo and Hakone, covering a total distance of 217 kilometers, and is attended by 10 university runners from each university. The 102nd race, to be held in January 2026, will be held. A total of 21 teams participate. The top 10 schools are seeded and qualified to compete in the next race. The remaining 10 schools compete in a qualifying tournament, and the top 10 schools from those qualify. The Kanto Student Union team will join these teams. The race is held every year on January 2nd and 3rd, and is a popular event that is broadcast live on television. The track and field event known as Ekiden exists only in Japan. This reflects the Japanese national character, which prefers team sports over individual sports. First calligraphy. You may have heard that if you practice first calligraphy on January 2nd, your handwriting will improve. First calligraphy is written down as a prayer for prosperity in the new year. In addition to calligraphy, this day is also considered a good day to start other lessons. The general public visit to the palace is an imperial household event that has been held since 1948. This event is the only opportunity for members of the public to enter the imperial palace and offer their congratulations to the imperial family. At the New Year's general visit, held every year on January 2nd, Their Majesties the Emperor and Empress and other members of the imperial family stand on the veranda of the imperial palace, waving to and receiving congratulatory messages from visitors. The period from New Year's Day to January 7th is called Matsunuchi, and the period up to Matsunuchi is considered New Year's. Hatsuri means that shops start business for the first time in the new year. Shoppers get happy bags called fukubukuro. They do not know what is inside until they open the bags, but usually the happy bags contain products that are far valuable than the price of the bag. Many people do the 7 Lucky Gods pilgrimage in January to pray for good fortune in the new year. The 7 Lucky Gods pilgrimage is a centuries-old tradition in Tokyo where people visit 7 shrines and temples to collect their seals. These are Ebisu, the god of prosperity and commerce, Daikokuden, agriculture, Bishamonten, protection against evil, Benzaden, beauty and the arts, Fukurokuju, wisdom and longevity, Jurgen, health and longevity, and Bude, happiness. In Japan, people eat the 7-herb rice porridge or Hananakusageu on the morning of January 7th. It also helps rest the stomach, which can be tired from New Year's food. Kagami Biraki is a traditional Japanese ceremony typically held on January 11th, to mark the end of New Year's celebrations. During the ceremony, round rice cakes, called Kagami Mochi, are broken open using a wooden mallet, by hand, or with other tools, as using a knife is considered a bad omen. The broken mochi is then shared and eaten to pray for health and good fortune in the coming year. Seijin Shiki is a Japanese ceremony to celebrate young people who have reached the age of maturity. It is held annually on the second Monday of January, which is a national holiday called Coming of Age Day. Participants often dress in formal attire, such as furisode, a type of long-sleeved kimono, for women and suits for men. The age of adulthood in Japan was lowered to 18 in 2022, but many local ceremonies still celebrate those turning 20. Dondoyaki is a fire festival which is usually held on January 15th, marking the end of New Year's celebrations. People gather New Year's ornaments of the neighborhood and burn them in a big bonfire. Spirits of the new year are supposed to go home with the smoke of this fire. People burn the katamatsu and shimenawa used during the new year, warm themselves by the fire, and eat roasted rice cakes to pray for good health. Japanese people are seen by people from other countries as having little religious fervor, but in reality, Japanese people have a strong religious fervor that doesn't fit into any established religion. The word religion was originally introduced to Japan during the Meiji period, just 150 years ago. Long before that, Japanese people have believed in and revered the existence of gods. We often have the opportunity to visit shrines and temples for events or to pray. Both are common places of prayer in Japan, but what exactly are the differences between them? Let me briefly explain the differences. Shrine. They are facilities for Shinto, a religion that emerged spontaneously, and they enshrine the 8 male gods. Temple. Temples are religious facilities that worship Buddha as the only deity. What is immediately obvious is that shrines have a torii gate at the entrance, while temples have a sanmon gate at the entrance. When Buddhism was introduced to Japan from overseas in the late 6th century, these beliefs mixed together, and Shinto and Buddhism began to strongly influence each other. This phenomenon is called Shinbutsu Shugo, and the two beliefs coexisted for over 1,000 years until the Shinbutsu Bunri movement, which separated Shinto and Buddhism, was promoted during the Meiji period. Religion overseas is very strict, and the coexistence of the two is unthinkable, but this is what makes Japan unique. Japan has an incredible number of ancient gods, with an estimated 8 mil gods. In Japan, it is believed that gods reside in everything. So even after Buddhism was introduced to the country, the original 8 mil gods were gradually added to the existing population, and the people were flexible in accepting and coexisting with them. There are 3 times as many shrines and temples as convenience stores in Japan. In Japan, there is a religious event called Hatsumōde, in which people visit shrines and temples to pray for good fortune in the new year. The number of people who visit shrines and temples for Hatsumōde to welcome the new year is close to 100 mil. A huge number of people visit shrines and temples. Incidentally, the population of Japan is approximate 120 mil. As you can see from these numbers, Hatsumōde is the largest religious event in the world. It is said that 3 mil Muslims take part in the Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca, known as the Hajj. This is the number of people over the first 3 days of the new year. Unsurprisingly, it is very crowded. Meiji Shrine alone is as crowded as the Hajj mentioned earlier. By the way, one thing that people are wondering about is what time they should visit for their first shrine visit of the year. It seems that there is no clear definition of the Hatsumōde period. Across the country, many shrines and temples seem to consider the period up to Setsuban, which is the day before the beginning of spring according to the lunar calendar. Setsuban in 2026 will be February 3rd. Earlier, we said that the number of Hatsumōde visitors is around 100 million. But that is from January 1st to February 3rd. From here on, we will explain how to pray when you actually visit a shrine or temple. This is an explanation of the basic style, but you don't have to follow everything when it's busy. It's especially busy around New Year's, so it's okay to skip some parts, and no one will criticize you if you make a mistake. Japanese gods are tolerant, so there's no need to worry. Etiquette when entering the shrine grounds. 1. Bow once before passing through the torii gate. Remove hats and sunglasses before entering. 2. Walk slightly to the side of the approach to the shrine. The center of the approach is said to be the path taken by the gods. As a general rule, keep to the left. Of course, when it's crowded, go with the flow of people. 3. At the end of the approach is the shrine's chozuya, water purification fountain, where worshippers purify themselves. 4. Hold the ladle in your right hand and wash your left hand, then switch the ladle to your left hand and purify your right hand. 5. Switch the ladle back to your right hand, scoop some water into the palm of your left hand, and rinse your mouth. Be careful not to touch the ladle to your mouth. 6. Next, rinse the palm of your left hand, hold the ladle vertically, pour water down the handle, and then return it to its original position. You can skip this step if it is crowded. Proper shrine worship etiquette. 1. Step forward to the altar and straighten your posture. 2. Place your offering in the offering box, ring the bell, and straighten your posture again. It is considered good etiquette to gently place your offering, not toss it. Also, offerings are considered an offering, not a transaction. Ringing the bell signals to the gods that you are about to pray. Ring the bell gently. Do not ring it too loudly. Sometimes there is no bell, and it is okay not to ring it. 3. Bow twice, clap twice, and bow once. Bow deeply twice, place both hands together, and clap twice. At this time, slightly lower your right hand. Make your wish while keeping your hands together. Finally, bow deeply once. Each shrine has its own rules for this method, so it's best to check beforehand, but you won't be criticized if you get it wrong. The rules at shrines are about showing respect, not perfection. It's important to show sincerity even if you make a mistake in the procedure. Shrine manners. Speak quietly. Follow posted signs. Do not touch sacred objects without permission. Do not take photographs in prohibited areas. Do not take home any items, even stones or leaves, that you find lying around. Differences in worship methods at temples and shrines. At the temple, after putting your offering into the offering box, place your hands together in front of your chest in prayer. If you have a request, recite it silently while placing your hands together in prayer. It is considered proper etiquette not to clap your hands. Bow deeply. This time, I talked about Japanese events and customs that take place in January. It was only through my research that I learned that the historic Japanese custom of Hatsumōde is actually the largest religious event in the world. It is said that Japanese people are not religious or that they are atheistic, but in fact, I am proud that the Japanese are the people in the world who believe in and rely on God the most in life. Incidentally, for my next Hatsumōde, I plan to visit around 3 shrines, including one in my neighborhood. Thank you for watching until the end. Now, please look forward to the next video.